机械电脑长大的世界。
By bringing AI everywhere, whatever has been done can be outdone, and in ways we haven't imagined yet.
Please welcome CEO of Intel Corporation, Pat Gilfever.
Thank you. 大家好. Great to be here in Taipei. You know, I love the central role that Taiwan plays in the entire tech ecosystem. I just feed on the innovative energy of the Taiwan ecosystem. I just love the fact that we have Computex here, and great for the opportunity for Intel to be part of this incredible event for the entire tech ecosystem. So let me again say thank you for having us at Computex Taiwan 2024. You just heard a famous quote from Gordon Moore in the video, and if you looked at that, we actually, with the permission of his family and the magic of AI, we trained a model on Gordon Moore in his 70s and brought that back to life. And this famous quote, whatever has been done can be outdone. And isn't that the very essence of Computex? This event isn't just about what's happening today, it's about what's happening next. And the things we'll talk about today will shape our future for years to come. As we've seen time and again, and at the first Computex, which, by the way, do you know when the first Computex was? 1981. And we were working on introducing the next year, right, a technological marvel called the 8286. Yeah, 100,000 transistors on a chip, and that was a big deal at the time. Today, it's a relic, one of those many relics that I worked on in my career, right? As we look now to have 1 billion transistors on a single chip, and even looking to 1 trillion transistors in a single package by the end of the decade. And unlike what Jensen might have you believe, Moore's Law is alive and well. And Taiwan continues to play a central role. Intel has had its operations in Taiwan since 1985, and next year at Computex, we're going to have a little 40-year birthday party for Intel and Taiwan. IT, Intel and Taiwan together. And I want to start with just a big thank you to all of our partners here. Together, we're changing the world again. Let's hear it.
Intel has been our vital partner.
Together, we are powering AI at the edge.
We're breaking the barriers between people and AI.
And exploring incredible possibilities.
Our partnership with Intel builds collective innovation to solve hard problems.
And unleashing creators' potential
And enabling business transformation.
From PC to data center, we are building a more resilient supply chain for the semiconductor in the AI era.
We're creating AI solutions that drive global progress
For the betterment of our society.
Everywhere for everyone.
We will achieve breakthroughs that will change the world.
What a great group, and I'm just very grateful for the partnership now for many decades. Some of you were younger when we first got to know each other. when our work together is giving rise to the AI era. And when I think about this AI era, I consider it like the internet 25 years ago. It's that big. Every device will become an AI device. Every company will become an AI company. And we see this as the fuel that's driving the semiconductor industry to reach $1 trillion by the end of the decade. And Intel has a unique position in this as the only company that gets to service 100% of the AI TAM, an AI continuum from semiconductors through products, and that starts with the Intel Foundry. And chips are the heart of the global economy, and the world needs more flexible and resilient supply chains. And this has given rise to us creating the world's first system foundry for the AI era. And our foundry business will also drive the next generation of your innovation, but also the Intel products. And today I'm going to focus our attention on the Intel products portfolio and how it is enabling AI everywhere. And as you think about this, it's the most consequential era, potentially, of the extraordinary careers that I and we have been able to have. And when the internet arrived, remember, your first Netscape experience? It's like, yeah, man, this morning I got on the internet. Wow. Now, you're on the internet every minute. Put your phone away. Listen to me, okay? Get off of it, right? And if you're a teenager, you're on it like every 10 seconds. It's just become pervasive in everything that we do. And AI everywhere will push the boundaries of what's possible across every human experience. What we do with the data center and cloud, what we do in the edge, what we do in the PC, and everywhere in between. And with open standards, security, sustainability at the center. So let's start with the data center. AI has been central to the data center, and what Intel is doing has been the key to enabling the cloud data center for decades. We have a stunning 130 million Xeons powering data centers around the world. And this install base is a huge advantage and a huge opportunity for us collectively. Our customers need infrastructure that's scalable and flexible. They need standard platforms to integrate with existing systems to run those decades of software, right? Those exabytes of data that they have in place. And they need an open ecosystem to maximize choice and value. Of course, they also need more compute and performance, greater density, greater energy efficiency, greater server capacity. And this creates a set of issues that they have to deal with as they have more and more demands for those power and energy solutions. And today, we're launching the solution for this next era. Today, we're launching Xeon 6 with E-cores. And we see this as an essential upgrade for the modern data center, a high core count, high density, exceptional performance per watt. It's also important to note that this is our first product on Intel 3. And Intel 3 is the third of our 5 nodes in 4 years as we continue our march back to process technology, competitiveness, and leadership next year. And this enables us to have the choice for high-density, scale-out workloads for the future. In simple terms, performance up, power down, and drastically smaller footprint. So let's just give you some visual demonstration of what this means. And with that, Chuck, if you could come on here. And what do you have here, Chuck?
Well, Pat, I've got 2 racks here. Now, in this first rack, it is full of Xeon 2nd gen scalable processors. We've got 20 of them in here, all loaded, ready to go. Over here, oh, it's basically empty.
Okay, so why don't you do this, Chuck? And I know you didn't get enough workout time in today. I'd like you to fill this rack, right, with the equivalent compute capability of the Gen 2 using Gen 6, okay?
Give me a minute or two, I'll make it happen.
Okay, get with it, come on. Hop to it, buddy. And it's important to think about the data centers. Every data center provider I know today is being crushed by how they upgrade, how they expand their footprint, and the space, the flexibility. For high performance computing, they have more demands for AI in the data center. And having a processor with 144 cores versus 28 cores for Gen 2 gives them the ability to both condense as well as to attack these new workloads as well with performance and efficiency that was never seen before. So Chuck, are you done?
I'm done. I wanted a few more reps, but you said equivalent. You even put a little bit.
Okay, so let me get it. That rack has become this.
It has become that.
Now, there's a lot of leftover space here, Chuck.
There is. I mean, if you're going to reimagine the data center, right, you want the best power and efficiency possible. But there's all those new workloads you want to run, so left some extra space for those.
Well, okay, so we showed it space-wise, but can you give us a demonstration of what this looks like?
Absolutely. Now, depending on who you listen to, the data, the internet is roughly 60 to 80% media.
Yeah, incredible amount of the bandwidth, incredible amount of the workload is media workload.
Exactly. So in the lab right now, I've got one 2nd gen, and I've got one of the brand new Xeon 6s. You can see them up on screen, and they are transcoding like crazy, right? Okay. It's hard to see though, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So let's do a visualization of that in real time. Now, the Xeon 2nd gen, it is doing 56 videos at one time. Xeon 6, however, 144 videos at one time, and doing them much, much faster. So you can see the frames per second, each of those, 628 on the 2nd gen, over 2,600 on the Xeon 6. I mean, a 4.2x or up to 4.2x performance gain on Xeon 6.
So this is pretty incredible. What does it mean for every data center? Time to upgrade to Gen 6. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Pat.
And what you just saw was eCores delivering this distinct advantage for cloud native and hyperscale workloads, 4.2x in media transcode, 2.6x performance per watt, and from a sustainability perspective, this is just game changing. A 3-to-1 rack consolidation over a 4-year cycle, just one 200 rack data center would save 80K megawatts per megawatt hours of energy. And Xeon is everywhere, so imagine the benefits that this could have across the thousands and tens of thousands of data centers. In fact, if just 500 data centers were upgraded with what we just saw, this would power almost 1.4 million Taiwan households for a year, 3.7 million cars off the road for a year, or power Taipei 101 for 500 years. And by the way, this will only get better. And if 144 cores is good, well, let's put 2 of them together, and let's have 288 cores. So later this year, we'll be bringing the 2nd generation of our Xeon 6 with eCores, a whopping 288 cores. And this will enable a stunning 6-to-1 consolidation ratio, better playing than anything we've seen in the industry. And you can see why Xeon is gaining momentum in the marketplace. And we're hearing from our customers as well. And for instance, eBay, and they're already seeing 25% performance per watt improvement over competitive solutions, greater than 90% performance per watt improvements over their 3rd gen installed base. Let's hear from another customer, partner and key infrastructure software provider, SAP.
At SAP, we are passionate about building a greener future. Together with Intel, we are crafting solutions that care for our planet. Our collaboration with Intel extends to enhancing the energy efficiency of modern data centers. For SAP HANA Cloud, it is key to provide industry-leading performance and scalability. Intel's Xeon 6 CPU with efficient cores is an important and effortless step for SAP HANA Cloud to optimize performance. In tests on SAP HANA and SAP HANA Cloud, we were able to achieve a similar performance and scalability while reducing the power consumption by up to 60%. Thank you, Intel, for a strong collaboration and trusted partnership over the many years.
Thank you to our friends at SAP, and look at the ecosystem momentum. Simply put, performance up, power down. And that's why Xeon is driving strong adoption across the ecosystem. and more to come. And in Q3, we'll introduce the E-Core's big brother, the P-Core version, Granite Rapids, our next generation of the Xeon 6 family of processors. Xeon back on its way in a big and powerful way for the industry and the ecosystem. Thank you very much. More to come.